What's up, YouTube? It's the Duel Factory once again with another video. This time it'll be a deck profile of the Blue Eyes deck that you saw me playing in the last Duel video that we had. I was helping my buddy Jordan test for the UDS that is going to be held in Chicago this year. This is not the deck I will be playing, so I have no problem showing that to you guys beforehand. But yeah, I was trying to play it just to try to understand the mirror match a little better and trying to understand the deck a little better because I have been playing against a lot of it lately. So I figure I will see what makes the deck tick. So that being said, I'll go ahead and give you guys a deck profile. So to start off, we have 3 copies of the vanilla Blue Eyes. There's not really much to say, it's just a vanilla. Blue Eyes has been a fan favorite of people forever. And for this deck to operate, you need to play 3. Especially since you're playing Desires. On to the next card, we play 3 Alternative. Alternative, I think he's arguably one of the best cards in the deck. Just because every single one of your games that you play, you want one of these in your hand. And you want to be able to summon this guy multiple times because his effect's really big and it's really important in the mirror match. Plus, a free 3k body is really good. We play 2 Dragon Spirit of White. The utility of this card is really good. He banishes spell cards when he's special summoned. He can also tag out for regular Blue Eyes White Dragon. That effect's actually really important. But however, he clogs at 3 because he's just kind of vanilla in your hand when you draw him. So 2 is the perfect number. Plus, the only time you ever want to summon him is when you summon him out of the deck off of White Sun of the Ancients. And then one of the differences that you'll see in this deck profile versus the video is I was playing Glow Up Bulb, but since then I've taken Glow Up Bulb out and I've played 1 Divine Dragon Lord Felgrin after further testing. A lot of the times when I was resolving Dark Matter Dragon, which you resolve it a surprising amount in this deck, you find one of the problems is during mid to late game, you have run out of dragon names in the deck to send. So to kind of mitigate that, I took the Glow Up Bulb out and put this card in. It's a nice utility and it's an easy side out. Plus, the banishing effect's actually really relevant, and it's a level 8, so it has synergy with Trade-In, so it makes my total of level 8s in the deck 9. So I have 1 Trade-In for every 3 level 8s in the deck. So that's why I kind of wanted to play him. And so far in testing, he's been really good. And that's it for the dragons, or I should say the big dragons. On to the tuners, I should say. 3 Sage. This is the best normal summon in the deck. Searches your stones, searches the master that you play, summons Blue Eyes. Like, it does everything the deck wants. So I feel like you should always play 3. 1 master. This is kind of a utility card. I wasn't playing it at first, and then I read the actual card effect with it, and its utility is really good in the deck. Plus, it's really good with Ancient Fairy Dragon. So we play the 1 of, and then for the stones, we play 3 White Stone of the Ancients. This is the best stone. Being able to summon Blue Eyes during the end phase, and then being able to recycle Blue Eyes back to your hand, especially you can put your spirits in your extra deck back. You can add alternatives back to your hand. This card's really good. And then the 1 regular 1 of stove. You don't want any more, any less. I honestly don't think it's that great of a stone, but I do see the necessity of a 1 of. And in this deck, I like to go second, so I main deck the 2 Max Cs. I feel like this card's really important because this is a blowout against the mirror match. Mermail is your worst matchup, so you want something that gets that, especially if you win the dice rolls, you're going to go second regardless, so I feel like it's an obvious choice in this deck. And then the 1 of Valor, it's searchable, you don't want any more or any less, plus it's also recyclable with Master, so the once is fine. And that's it for the monsters. On for the spells. We play 3 Melody. It searches your Blue Eyes. It searches your alternatives. And you want those in your hand, so it's an obvious 3 of. I do play 3 Pot. If you're playing this at local levels, this card's not necessary, but if you're taking this to an event, and that's what I was testing for was an event, this card is completely necessary. 3 trade-ins. Like I said, you have 9 targets in the deck. In my with mathematics of the deck, you want 3 targets for every 1 copy of this, so the math works out perfectly. That logic's broken by Cards of Consonance, but sometimes you need to play the Cards of Consonance game 1. It gets you further in the deck faster. And then the 1 Upstart for consistency. I don't play Shrine. I don't like Shrine. I don't think that card's very good. then to the revival spells, we play 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. This card's really good. Like, opening this in a way to make Spirit turn 1 is just the stones. Skill charge, because it takes raw skill to draw this card, and it should be, like, this card's just unfair. It literally reads I win the game. And like I said, no Dragon Shrine, and, what was the other card that this deck plays? Silver Scry. I don't like those cards. I think they're terrible. I just think they're bigger bricks. So we don't play those at all. That being said, I play 2 Twin Twister in the main. Like I said, I like going second in this deck. Of course, this card's absolutely terrible in the mirror match. Not in the mirror. Yeah, well, yeah, the mirror, because they only play 1 trap card, which is Vanity. Some of them are playing Phoenix Woman Blast, but I see a lot of them starting to drop that now. But, like, the only reason you play it in here is because this deck sometimes does have a hard time against back row, and one of your hardest matchups is BAPK. Plus, like, you don't want to outright lose to Vanity's Emptiness. So it's like, it's a necessary evil, I would like to say. But I don't know how I feel about it, but I feel like it's a good going second card, so we'll keep it in. And then, the 1 Foolish. I just think this card has way more utility than Dragon Shrine does, because Dragon Shrine can only send dragons, which, yeah, that's sweet. Most of your deck's dragon. But, like, you have cards like Master and stuff like that, like you want in the graveyard to be able to abuse their effects. I just feel like it's the better one of. And then the only trap I play is 1 Vanities. This is a blowout in the mirror match. This card's also unfair. I have to side it out all the time. Yeah, so that is the main deck. It is 40 on to the extra, the 1 dragon token. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then 2 Spirit Dragon. Only 2. You don't need more. You can recycle it with White Stone and the Ancients. It's really good against Pendulum. Tagging out's really good too, because you can disrupt your opponent's plays with, like, Moonlight. You can extend your plays with Ancient Fairy Dragon. You can move stuff with Michael. Like, the card's just really good. So 2 of that, and I think that's the only multiple I play in the extra deck. The 1 Azure Eyes, I've never needed more than the 1. Some people say you need to play 2 for the mirror, but in the mirror match, I feel like once you put the 1 on board, it's enough, and so far in testing, that theory's held true. 1 Crystal Wing, for your Soul Chart plays and stuff like that, like, you need this card. 1 Stardust Spark, if you open Vanities and this like that, typically you win the game. The 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. This card's kind of cool. It's really good with Soul Charge, because you can special the Master out of your hand, or like a stone or something like that, to give you a free tuner. And then you can free up your other monster zones with a Soul Charge once you make the Crystal Wing. So, and like I said, he just has a lot of utility in this deck. The 1 Michael, more or less mid to late game, you can summon him off the Spirit just to clear cards and clear the way, and then make Crystal Wing right after. 1 Moonlight Rose to interrupt plays, and then I play the number 62. In the mirror match, being able to make a 4K body is really, really relevant. So I play him over the Tachyon. The Full Armor, it's another card to use. Plus it goes really well with Cypher Dragon, plus it pops face-up cards. The 1 Dank Matter Dragon, sending to the graveyard's good, especially when you play against like Demise decks who have real low monster counts. And then this card becomes really good, and it clears boards because it can attack twice. The 1 Cypher Dragon, this card's really important in the mirror when your opponent makes Dark Matter Dragons and stuff like that. But it's really, really important in the BAPK matchup, because you can take their Beatrices and Dantes and then turn them into a Galaxy Eyes and then put your own Full Armor or your Dark Matter on top of it, and it comes really good. Number 46, this card rules the mirror match. Number 38, this is it's the best generic rank 8 you can go into. And then the 1 Alsay, I chose this over Felgren, just because it's spot removal. Plus, you can make it, and if end all be all, you can call Soul Charge and reveal the top card. If it's Soul Charge, you win. If not, you get to bounce something, but typically if it's Soul Charge, you win the game. And that was my Blue Eyes deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm always up to suggestions, just because, like I said, I'm not too familiar with this deck myself, but I figured I'd build it and test and see how it is, see why people like it so much, see why it's the most represented deck. That being said, your next deck profile I'm going to give to you is either going to be Shaddoll Trains or whatever I play at the UDS, and then I'll bring you guys some more duel videos, and hopefully I'll bring you guys some content in the next week too, because I have a Blood Mephist tournament going on at my store on the 24th, so I'm going to videotape the matches there and hopefully have that for you guys to watch. Always remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.